Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So, it's a weird news day. It's been a weird news day for what feels like months now. But yeah, yesterday some weird laws got passed in the U.S. Two in particular I'd like to talk about, and the reaction around them that I think is kind of I don't know if hypocritical is the right word, but I mean it feels like the right word. But anyway, um, so it's Alabama that passed an anti-trans bill yesterday that it's up to the age of 19 that they won't allow people to go through any kind of therapies or get any sort of like hormone replacement therapy or even just like psychoanalytical therapy regarding gender affirmation. That happened in Alabama, and it's up to the age of 19, which is odd in and of itself to choose the age 19. But, you know, in Wisconsin passed a law about child marriage and marriage under the age of majority. All the age of majority is the age you're considered an adult in your country. Yeah, Wisconsin passed a law regarding child marriage and ways that it's become legal now. So this is what I find weird about all this. And, maybe if you think about it for a little bit, you will also understand why I think this is weird. I'm sure if you've been online for the last, maybe week or so, or if you've got conservative family members who, watch that portion of the news block, where you've gotten like outcries about protesting Disney, which Disney's a weird one in and of itself, but like calling Democratic lawmakers groomers and pedophiles and stuff like that because they're sort of, I guess it's because they're pro trans laws or they're pro trans rights, or like especially with the anti-gay bill in Florida, with just the way that that's worded and people's concerns about it. But there's always the statement of, oh, you're just trying to groom kids. That comes from the GOP, comes from the Conservative Party in the United States. It's usually the one who's pumping it out. If it's not the GOP directly, it's one of their talking heads. You can find dozens, if not hundreds, of memes already of this kind of stuff. And not from, like the nobody first name bunch of numbers type usernames either, like from verified accounts, from political figures. Yeah. So they say that about these Democratic lawmakers and people who are pro trans rights, calling them child groomers. But on the other hand, you have red states and GOP lawmakers that are actually passing laws that allow adults to have relationships with children. Legally, they're allowing that, through the bonds of marriage, however you want to look at that, but you're still allowing that. You're passing laws that make that legal to do. To me, it seems like projection, if I'm honest with you. You know, it's you keep pointing the finger and calling other people the thing that you are. I mean, I can't really look at this any other way. If you look at this objectively and just look at the laws that are being passed, who's making the statements, and what they're saying, if this was about any other situation, you would call this projection. You know, it's like if you hear somebody complaining about like oh these like usually it's with anti-gay politicians. You normally hear after the fact like they'll get caught in some fiasco where it turns out that they have like a a homosexual lover. It's Why would you be so vocal about this kind of stuff if it's like, what are you trying to hide from it? And this isn't even like you're trying to hide it anymore. This is legitimately on the books in Wisconsin right now. So it's not like a what are you hiding from us, because you're literally passing the law right now. So I don't know. It just seems like hypocrisy, to be honest. And I really feel like if you're conservative in the United States, I want you to really take a step back and look at this stuff. You know, look at who's been making these comments about, like, Disney and corporate, or like with the DNC or Democrats, and calling them groomers, and then see what they're saying about the law in Wisconsin. So I can guarantee you there's one of two things they're going to be saying about it. They're either going to be voicing their support for the GOP, or they're going to be saying nothing. So who's the groomer? Is it the people who are passing the laws that let you marry kids? Or is it the people who want kids to live, a happy life? I don't get it. Maybe one of y'all do. Let me know. But y'all try to have a good day.